So now the neat thing about the Capitol is, or maybe you thought it looked a little funny, it has scaffolding all around it. Yes, and if you go inside now, there's like a donut underneath the dome. I mean, it really looks like a huge bagel or a huge donut, and that's because they're working inside now.
So we're in the Maryland State House, and this is Washington's resignation letter. Which was found It is.
Look at that. All right, everybody, can you hear me? I have a little bit of interference here, but I hope you enjoyed the State House. So as you came out, I hope you looked up this. The original is the State House is right here, so 1772. And remember I told you that bricks can talk? Okay, well if you look here, we have different kinds of bricks. This is called a stretcher. This is a header. This is a stretcher, a header, and this is an 18th century style of brick. So we can read some buildings by the style of bricks. And then this right here is what we call a water table. And a water table was what we now, you see those gutters over there, the rain spouts. We didn't have those in the 18th century. So the water would come down, hit this, and go out this way instead of down into the foundation. The other thing that I find very interesting is if you look here where my foot is, do you see those little stones in the mortar? Okay, these big stones came from the ballast in the ships that would come over from England, and so they would use those to make a really strong foundation for the bricks. And then they would put mortar in here, and then they just put in some little rocks. It's called galleting, but it also kind of adds a little decoration, right? So these little stones don't have an important function, but just kind of add to it. So this is a classic 18th century building, and we will pass some of those along our walk.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different styles of homes here, but when you see one of these plaques, the color, if you don't have a chance to go up and look at it, the color can tell you what era, and this is revival. So that means this house has been restored outside exactly as it was, including the windows have been
threw it away. Of course, it's rounded,
no.
you know, and so they haven't put up another one.
There's one for sale.
Oh, okay. There you go. Now, is this all one? No, I guess it is.
11, 9. That's 11, that's 9. I don't know.
Doesn't look like it goes with the other. I wonder what those little age-looking things are.
Yeah. People like to show that they had some money, right? So people would put all headers in front, because think about it, it takes a whole lot more bricks to put headers, right?
Notice it's not called a temple, it's a chapel because it's on a military installation. So we have a new Jewish chapel here.
This is the crypt of John Paul Jones in the Naval Academy at Annapolis.
Home here. Charles Carroll did. You saw Chase's, and Peka's house is right over there, kind of behind the Hammond Harwood house. So this is where Thomas Stone lived. You're going to see a lot of Navy artifacts here. And
We'll also have Missy on board, Tammy. Welcome aboard. Before we get underway, Coast Guard regulations require we go over a couple things. For starters, smoking. Smoking is only allowed on the main deck where you boarded. Back there you'll find a cigarette butt, an ashtray for your cigarette butt disposal. To traverse the stairwell.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lucy Clemens. I'm with the Charter Department in Watermark, and we welcome you on our first tour of the season. Oh. It's our first charter. Wow. Yeah. Welcome aboard. We're so happy to be able to move in the water. But we wanted to just point out a few little sights to you on the way, and if you have any questions, I'll roam around a little bit. Feel free to ask. I used to do tours with Pam on the streets of Annapolis. We were both street walkers for a while. I don't know if you mind my